Erwin Rommel, known as the Desert Fox, was one of Nazi Germany's most prominent and skilled military commanders during World War II. Born on November 15, 1891, in Heidenheim, Erwin Rommel had a distinguished military career that spanned both World Wars, military career World War I, and interwar period World War I 1910-1914. Rommel joined the German Army in 1910 as a cadet in the 124th Württemberg Infantry Regiment. He attended the Officer Cadet School in Danzig and was commissioned as a lieutenant in 1912. Served in various infantry and artillery units, gaining early experience in military discipline and tactics. World War I, 1914 to 1918, Rommel served on multiple fronts, including France, Romania, and Italy, primarily with the Württemberg Mountain Battalion. An elite unit Battle of Longwy, 1914, fought in the early stages of the war in France, where he demonstrated bravery and tactical initiative. Romanian Campaign, 1916-1917, participated in mountain warfare, showing skill in small unit tactics. Battle of Caporetto, 1917, Rommel played a significant role in the German-Austrian offensive. Against Italy, leading a detachment of mountain troops, he captured key positions including Mount Mattagur and took thousands of Italian prisoners. His actions earned him the prestigious Pour le Mérite, Germany's highest military decoration. At the time, Rommel's experiences in World War I shaped his later emphasis on mobility, surprise, and leading from the front. His book, Grief in Infantry Attacks, published in 1937, detailed his tactical insights from the war and became a widely studied military text. Interwar period, 1918 to 1939, after World War I. Rommel remained in the Reichswehr, the limited German military under the Treaty of Versailles, served as an instructor at the Dresden Infantry School, 1929-1933, and later at the Potsdam War Academy. Ijosen War Ijosen Ba commanded the Vorbegleitetunnel Hitler's personal bodyguard battalion in 1938, gaining proximity to Adolf Hitler. His teaching and writings emphasized aggressive, mobile infantry tactics, which influenced his later command style. World War II military career. Rommel's World War II career is defined by his leadership in the invasions of Poland, France, and especially his command of the Afrika Korps in North Africa, followed by his role in the defense of Western Europe. Invasion of Poland, 1939. Rommel commanded the Vorbegleitetunnel during the German invasion of Poland. His role was primarily to protect Hitler's headquarters, and he saw limited combat. However, this position allowed him to observe German blitzkrieg tactics firsthand. Invasion of France, 1940 command. Rommel was given command of the 7th Panzer Division, nicknamed the Ghost Division for its rapid and elusive movements, during the invasion of France in the Low Countries, May-June 1940. Rommel's division was part of the 15th Panzer Corps under General Hermann Hoth. His division advanced rapidly through Belgium and France, bypassing strongpoints and exploiting weaknesses in Allied defenses, crossed the Meuse River at Dinant under heavy French resistance, May 1940, led a daring advance to Arras, where his division faced a British counterattack but prevailed due to superior coordination and air support, played a key role in encircling Allied forces at Dunkirk. Though many Allied troops escaped, Rommel's aggressive tactics and willingness to lead from the front earned him admiration, but also criticism for occasionally overextending his forces. The 7th Panzer Division captured over 97,000 prisoners and vast amounts of equipment, contributing significantly to Germany's swift victory in France. Rommel was awarded the Knight's Cross of the Iron Cross for his leadership. North African Campaign, 194-11943. Command. In February 1941, Rommel was appointed commander of the Deutsches Afrika Korps, a German force sent to North Africa to support the Italian army against the British in Libya and Egypt. The Italian forces had suffered major defeats against the British Commonwealth forces, and Hitler sent Rommel to stabilize the Axis position. Operation Sonnenblume. February-April 1941, Rommel arrived in Tripoli and immediately launched an offensive, disregarding orders to remain defensive. Pushed British forces back from Cyrenaica, capturing Benghazi and besieging Tobruk. His rapid advance showcased his mastery of mobile warfare but strained German supply lines. Siege of Tobruk, April-November 1941. Rommel's attempts to capture the fortified port of Tobruk failed due to strong Allied resistance and supply shortages. The siege became a focal point of the campaign, with Rommel's forces stretched thin. Operation Crusader, November-December 1941. British forces under General Claude Auchinleck launched a counteroffensive, relieving Tobruk and forcing Rommel to retreat to Elagila. Rommel's bold but risky dash to the wire, an attempt to outflank British forces, failed due to logistical issues. Second, offensive and Battle of Gazala, January-June 1942. In January 1942, Rommel counterattacked, retaking Cyrenaica and capturing Tobruk in June 1942 after a brilliant maneuver at the Battle of Gazala. His victory at Gazala and Tobruk earned him promotion to General Field Marshal at age 50. The youngest in the German army, First Battle of El Alamein, July 1942. Rommel advanced into Egypt, aiming for the Suez Canal, but was halted by British forces under Auchinleck at El Alamein. Supply shortages and British air superiority weakened his position. Second Battle of El Alamein, October-November 1942, now facing General Bernard Montgomery's well-supplied 8th Army, Rommel was decisively defeated. The battle marked a turning point in North Africa, with Rommel's forces retreating across Libya. Retreat in Tunisia 1942-1943, Rommel withdrew to Tunisia, where he briefly commanded Army Group Africa, won a tactical victory at the Battle of Kasserine Pass, February 1943, against inexperienced American forces, but could not reverse the Axis collapse. Due to deteriorating health and the hopeless situation, Rommel left Africa in March 1943, never returning. Tactics and legacy in North Africa. Rommel's use of combined arms tanks, infantry, artillery, and air support and rapid maneuvers earned him the nickname Desert Fox. He was hampered by chronic supply issues, as German High Command prioritized the Eastern Front. His chivalrous conduct, including fair treatment of prisoners and refusal to execute captured commandos, earned him respect from enemies and allies alike. Defense of Western Europe, 1943 to 1944, Command. In late 1943, Rommel was appointed to Army Group B, tasked with strengthening the Atlantic Wall defenses in France to repel an anticipated Allied invasion. Rommel oversaw fortifications along the French coast, particularly in Normandy, emphasizing obstacles, mines, and defensive positions. Disagreed with his superior, Field Marshal Gerd von Rundstedt, on strategy. Rommel advocated defeating the Allies on the beaches, while Rundstedt favored a mobile reserve defense. D-Day and Normandy Campaign, Jan-July 1944. On June 6, 1944, the Allies launched Operation Overlord D-Day. Rommel was on leave in Germany, and his absence delayed the German response. Returning to Normandy, he coordinated defenses, but was hampered by Hitler's refusal to release panzer reserves promptly. Rommel's forces inflicted heavy casualties, but could not stop the Allied advance due to overwhelming air and naval superiority. On July 17, 1944, Rommel was severely wounded when his staff car was strafed by Allied aircraft near Sankt-Foy-de-Mont. He was evacuated, ending his active command. Final days and death involvement in the July 20th plot. Rommel was indirectly linked to the July 20th, 1944, assassination attempt on Hitler. While not an active conspirator, he was critical of Hitler's leadership and believed Germany could not win the war. His association with anti-Hitler officers and his popularity made him a target of suspicion. Death. On October 14, 1944, Rommel was forced to commit suicide by the Nazi regime to avoid a public trial and reprisals against his family. He was given the choice of taking cyanide or facing disgrace. He chose suicide and was given a state funeral, with the official narrative claiming he died of wounds from the air attack. Rommel was 52 at the time of his death. World War I, fought in France, Romania, and Italy. Earned pour le mérite at Caporetto, Poland, Ijo Sanjo. Limited role as commander of Hitler's bodyguard battalion. France, 1940, led 7th Panzer Division to rapid victories. Earning Knight's Cross, North Africa, 1941 to 1943, commanded Africa Corps 1. at Gazala and Tobruk, but lost at El Alamein. Promoted to General Field Marshal, Normandy 1943. 1944, strengthened Atlantic Wall. Wounded during D-Day campaign, death 1944, forced to commit suicide due to suspected ties to anti-Hitler plot. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more military, navy, and geopolitical updates.